first and 10, Winston. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Hey, let's get a conversion.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. 3-19.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Jackson. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. to try and push the pile. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first down, Abdullah. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Open space inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They run. Abdullah. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Blue 90. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On second down, Winston again. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Here's Winston. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Jameis to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to go deep for Conley. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play on 3rd down for the Chiefs. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Winston to throw it this time. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out, it's not the case.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A toss play to Hunt. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throw left side complete. That's Banks. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to go for a big play downfield. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
To throw, Winston. And down he'll go at the 25. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Winston. And going deep for Hill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. The quick feet by Jackson. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Banks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Key 26, key 26.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And an alley to run. He finds an opening past the 40. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
All right, here we go.
Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. He let one slip away last week as well. So now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
But we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. He's going to get it running right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. No problem there on the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for the Ravens. 43 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense, can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down. Jackson sliding out of the pocket to the right side and complete to Hurst. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Watch it now, Barney. Black 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
2nd and goal from the 1. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens are in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Winston. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Hunt. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Winston now. And able to find Conley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the 1st down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Right back to him on 1st down. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the fourth. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. A toss running left. That's Hunt. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A second down run for Abdullah. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Yeah, baby! Woo! Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here's Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Flushed out right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A handoff to Abdullah. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
So let's go. 319. 319. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot.
He's back to throw. On the move to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's got his man Hilton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch?
All right,
Got to catch in that spot.
Back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Now Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The Ravens on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This a long one from 54. It looks good, and it is good. From 54 yards away, he bangs it through. And joy will reign in the inner harbor as the Ravens have won it. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Baltimore, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 36, they need a touchdown to tie. From hit as he throws, incomplete. Anthony Jennings again.
Coming from the side. Oh, was that a ball loose? Was that a... Yes, this could be overturned. This could be overturned. That could be a fumble. The ball was not controlled in his hand. This should be reviewed. His hand was going forward, but did he have control of it?
A ruling on the field with an incomplete forward pass. The previous play is under further review.
It'll be an all-important review, that's for sure.
He pushes the ball forward, but does he have control? Oh, I think this is going to be tough. Is there enough to overturn? Here's the look.
He's hit in the face mask and the ball, his arms coming forward.
I think he still has the ball in his hand. It is so close, though. It's going to be up to the replay official. Was it dislodged and a fumble? Has it? Has it?
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
So Georgia still has life.
The last 2 fingers on the ball saved it.
2nd and 10. Georgia at its own 36-yard line. 51 seconds remaining. Down a touchdown. 2 timeouts remaining. Going to throw it in the flats to DeAndre Swift. And it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
Well, barring a turnover now, you know no matter what, we're going to get a throw to the end zone, right? I mean, at the end of the game. There's going to be a Hail Mary. Fromm can throw the ball 55, 60 yards.
Right now, they just want to pick up 2. Although they're going to need, they'll use 2 downs to do it, that's for sure.
And if they don't get it here, they'll call a timeout.
Jake Fromm looks left the whole time. Throws way out of bounds to Godwin. 4th down.
Nobody open. Alabama brings just 4 players. Carter again in great coverage, making the plays, taking the right angles. Shaheem Carter is having a wonderful game back there. Number 5, the quarterback of that secondary in their nickel package.
This play is the football game. If Georgia converts, they've still got a chance. If they don't, Alabama will still be perfect and still be number 1. Godwin in motion. From deep drop. Waits, fires on a crossing route to Godwin. He got the 1st down.
It was a good guess by Jim Chaney, offensive coordinator. Man-to-man coverage. You crisscross your receivers. You get a little rub pick and just enough for the 1st down.
At the 48-yard line. Now the clock starts. Fromm back to throw. Out in the flat to Swift. Needs to get out of bounds, but get what he can.
Matt Wilson is really the center fielder in this defense. The middle linebacker is almost 25 yards deep. 3-man rush. He goes deep and plays in between the 2 safeties.
Still 2 timeouts for Georgia, but the clock is their enemy. 23 seconds remaining. 5-receiver group for Fromm. Empty backfield.
Watch him go deep.
He's not going to get it going anywhere.
Timeout. Quick timeout by Kirby Smart.
LeBron Ray with a sack. Middle linebacker gets deep zone by Alabama. 3-man rush.
rush, and they get to him.
18 seconds, one timeout left. The Georgia fans shocked as they had a 2-touchdown lead at 28-14. Jalen Hurts replaces Tua Tagovailoa, leads Alabama to the 7-point lead they have, and now we're down to a couple of plays.
There were so many people that talked about so many possibilities, and a lot of people said, what if Jalen Hurts gets in there and does it the same way that Tua did it a year ago? And it proved to be one of the factors of the game.
The third down doesn't matter too much. The scoreboard does. They'd like to get it a little bit deeper in Alabama territory just to give Jake Fromm that throw that Gary talked about if it comes down to one last heave to the end zone. Fromm spins the ball back there, and he's going deep right now. Double coverage broken up at the goal line. Ridley, the intended receiver.
And that means now they're down to one throw.
Riley Ridley went up, had his hands on it. It would have been an incredible catch had he been able to hold on.
And Jared Maiden, number 21, who was suspended in the first half of the game, is one of the men. On Smith 4 and 21 Maiden are back there.
This has been some kind of football game. It comes down to this.
Might have time still to throw an 8-yard out and get a little closer and have 1 second left.
Fromm throws, gonna have to hurry, not gonna get out of bounds. First down, but there's 3 seconds left.
They have time to take a timeout now and then throw to the end zone.
January 8th, a game that went to overtime, and a somewhat unknown quarterback. He was known to Gary and I because we saw him in practice and in several games during the season. Came in to lead and throw a touchdown pass to win in OT, and now the guy whose place he took is 3 seconds away from bringing Alabama back to an unbelievable win.
I don't know if Tua's going to win the Heisman, but I do know Jalen Hurts will be a legend in Alabama football forever after this game.
Well said. Jake Fromm has thrown for 303 yards and 3 touchdowns. Right now, he's going to throw from 39 yards out. Deeper than that, actually, by the time he drops back. And if he can get a pass away, it will be to the end zone. Georgia fans hoping for a prayer.
They drunk out there.
It'll be a 3-man rush.
And it'll be Terry Godwin to the left, Riley Ridley,
and
Hardman to the right.
And all the way back is Mack Wilson. He's the last player, the last defender, the middle linebacker.
And the last play of the game. Fromm's in trouble. Can he even get a pass away? Loads, goes to the end zone. Jump ball, incomplete, and Alabama has won it. Your 2018 SEC champions come from Tuscaloosa, and 2 old friends embrace out at midfield after a battle that lasted and almost went to overtime a second time. Another heartbreaking setback for Georgia. Jubilation on the Alabama sideline once again. The winning coach is with Jamie.
Coach, what words do you have about Jalen Hurts and what he just did for your team right now?
Well, we've always had a lot of faith in Jalen.
Man.
You know, I told him when we put him in when Tua got hurt, it's your time, and he certainly took advantage of it and did a fantastic job. I'm so proud of this guy for what he's done this year. I can't even tell you. Great comeback for our team. Showed a tremendous amount of resiliency. You know, in the game, we didn't play great, but we won the SEC.
Rigged, bro. But I'm online if you was trying to get it on. You heard me? You want what you trying to play Call of Duty or it don't matter. I got this new TV. I'm happy. I don't care what we play. Got the 2K, Call of Duty. We can play all them bitches. Which one you want to start off on? All right.